Greetings everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. By way of introduction, my name is Youlander Jele and I am the host for the Law and Life Matters podcast. We have with us today Youlander Jele. Youlander Jele is the director of Youlander Jele Attorneys and she is also an admitted and practicing attorney. She will be taking us through the life of an attorney today and how to go about having your own law firm or opening up your own law firm. She will also be speaking about what the challenges women face within the legal field. So I hope you enjoy this podcast and I hope you find it very informative and helpful. Thank you.
But I'm happy you invited me. I love doing this. Yeah.
I'm happy you joined us. I'm actually happy you were able to join us.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
The first question would be a brief introduction of yourself, who Youlander is, where you're from, and
so yeah, we can start.
If we could have a brief introduction of yourself, who Youlander is, what you do, and where you're from.
Okay. Youlander is the director of Youlander Jele Attorneys. It's a law firm based in Kempton Park. It's 100% female owned, 100% black female, Amandla owned. Yeah, and it's affiliated with this other international law firm called CBC Law. It's a conglomerate of different attorneys from different backgrounds, different countries. You've got your Turkey, you've got your England, you've got your America. It's 34 countries combined. So what does that law firm and us do in common? We basically do your international business trade. Yeah, so where I am from, I'm from a small country in a small city in Zimbabwe called Gweru. It's a little city. Basically, coming from there, you would be shocked that I'm here. It's literally this tiny. So I'm grateful for where I am now. Just a brief background of me. If you follow me on LinkedIn, I do put stories about where I come from, how I got here. It's full of dusty roads, you know. From a dusty road to here, it's been a long journey. Yeah, that's basically me. Yes.
How long have you been in South Africa? How long have you been practicing?
I've been here since 2009. I did my university here. My father is South African and my mom is from Zimbabwe. So I grew up with my mom's family. And then I came here and I stayed with my dad, my mom and dad got back together. Then we became a family again. So that's how I came here in 2009. That's like a long time ago. I was still a baby then. Yeah.
If you're a baby, I was 9 years old in 2009, so I don't know that.
Girl, I'm a big girl. I've eaten Christmases. They say girls don't tell their age, but I've seen around, I've been around. Yeah.
So, with regards to career path and inspiration, can you tell us about your journey to becoming an attorney and director at Youlander Jele Attorneys? What inspired you to pursue a career in law, especially in South Africa and not back home in Zimbabwe?
Okay, so what inspired me was I grew up in environments where you would find women, they are treated badly, they don't have a voice. Women and children, basically, they don't have a voice. So, what did I see when I was growing up? I would see women being abused, sexually abused, they didn't have a voice. They didn't know who to tell. And it was something that kept hush, hush, do not say it. So when I saw law, I wanted to make impact. I wanted. My mom was my inspiration. She is a very quiet woman, but she's very strong, hardworking, and very strong. But she never had that voice to speak out against these things that would happen. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to find something that's going to give me a voice to protect these people around me. And law was one of the voices that I found to speak out, to advocate, and to stand in the gap. So what inspired Youlander Jele attorneys? Okay, I was working as a candidate attorney under a certain law firm in Centurion, but I could feel that working under someone, like being told what to do, when to do it, was not in me. It was not in my blood because I'm one person who is a problem solver. I am a hands on person. I like to get things done in a certain way, and I like things done and done. I don't want things left hanging. So that pushed me to say, not that I wasn't happy where I was, but I wanted to do more. I knew my calling was to do more. So what inspired me? I was on maternity leave, and then I was like, I'm looking for a job. Because then I was admitted. I was like, I want to look for a job and be an attorney somewhere. Then I'll see if that environment would challenge me. Basically, I wanted a challenging environment. So I did a prayer. I always tell students or candidates or other professionals who are still studying, ask me for advice to say, they always come to me and say, what do we do? What do we jump into this thing? How did you jump into this thing? I will tell you, I have a baseline. My foundation is God. My foundation is prayer. If you check on our website or our email, when I sent it to you on my signature, you can see that it's written, God is the CEO. You have to have some sort of spiritual backup for you to stand whatever mental challenges you're gonna face. Because I'll tell you what, starting a law firm is not easy. You're gonna go through a lot of self-doubt, you're gonna go through mental challenges, you're gonna meet challenges along the way that you cannot handle by yourself. So you need to have some sort of divine power to back you up. And for me, it's been God all the way. So what inspired me, back to your question, what made me decide that I'm starting the law firm, was I started putting my CVs, looking for a challenging job, next job set. Then I sent about 100 CVs, and I was like, God, if I don't get a response for these 100 CVs, then I know that I need to start my own thing. What are the chances of you putting out 100 CVs and not even getting one, even saying we are rejecting you? No, thank you for trying. It's
I think that's the toughest and what most applicants or students who are still applying don't talk about actually. Sending out CVs and not even getting a rejection email or letter or something, or where
yes.
they tell
So you see, I meticulously, because I've been there, I know how it feels. When I get a CV in my inbox, I meticulously take the time, even if I'm busy, I take the time to literally just type and say, I received your CV, I'll look at it, or I will retain it, or there's no vacancy, just to give that someone hope, at least to say, oh, at least they saw my CV, they saw my email. But unfortunately, we live in a world where it doesn't work like that. Okay, I never got the response. Then I was like, yeah, this is a sign that I should start my own law firm. So That's how it started. Yeah.
That's quite inspiring because I've also had the dream of my own law firm one day. I'm not sure where to start or what to do, but we'll talk about that.
Oh, you said,
And
you said you must catch this opportunity. You said what? So I can address you. You said?
I'm saying that I had a dream. I have a dream actually of having my own law firm one day. So I
Okay.
also want to, I'm just not sure where to start or what's the route to actually opening your own law firm and being able to practice on your own
Okay.
standing.
Okay. So you're in your what? In your final year? In your third year? In
I
your
want
final year?
to
Oh, sorry. What you need to do is you must finish, get graduate first. Once you graduate, be a candidate attorney, finish it. It's 2 years if you don't do law school. So if you do law school, you can ask for what's called condonation. If you've done your articles for 1 year, 6 months, then you can ask for condonation. You don't have to do the whole entire 2 years. So you ask for condonation, you get admitted. When you get admitted now, that's when you decide, do I want to open my law firm or not? Depending on the law firm that you were doing your articles, it will give you exposure to what type of fields that you want to explore, what type of, if you are unlucky and you have to do articles in a law firm that just does criminal law, you will struggle to do civil law, which is your contracts, your labor law or whatever. So your goal is to, now that you're still there, go. I would tell you to do this. Ne? Go door to door. That's what I did. Do the traditional way. If you do this email thing, they get a lot of emails. You're just like any other person. You're just like a number. Target the ones that you see have got the areas that you want to learn, that you want to be good at when you open your law firm. Then you start there. Yeah. There you
Okay.
go.
And then, with regards to challenges and overcoming those challenges, as a successful Black woman in the legal fraternity, what were some of the significant challenges you faced and how did you overcome?
I'll tell you what, the biggest challenge is male chauvinists, male people who still think that the world is run by males only. There is no room for women. I've attended meetings where you can see that someone is I'm the only female, but they are addressing the other males like I'm not there, you know. Uh, we still have that challenges. We still have challenges where as a female they don't listen to you. You have to prove yourself twice to show them that I can do it. You know, that's mainly the challenges that I face. Males have got this thing of like a bro code sort of thing, like they just give each other opportunities. They don't want women to grab it. So you have to penetrate, you have to infiltrate that. That's one of the challenges that I have faced in this field. Yeah.
Thanks. And yeah, well, like males always say, it's a men's world. So
Yeah,
we
they
don't.
have, it's still there. We might pretend that it's not there, but I'll be sure I've experienced it so many times. Sometimes it's not as there in your face, but you can read the lines and you can tell what's going on. Yeah.
Also, I've seen that sometime early this year, you posted on LinkedIn that you were a meditator. How did you get involved in the ADR and the mediation? And what do you find most rewarding about this role?
Okay, ADR Ubuntu. It's wow, girl. It's a whole new world, eh? It's something that's still growing. It's on its infancy stages. It's got potential of blowing. It's gonna blow. Why? Because if you follow legislation now, if you follow the rules, if you follow what's going on in our high courts, they gave us your case law, your court online things, like in your face, like boom, we going online. We now in the high court, you don't issue summons or whatever application, you don't issue it at court, you have to do it online. So it's evolving. The legal industry is evolving, new things, new, who else knows? Soon we'll have robots as lawyers. Speaking of that, I'm telling you, in 2019, I told my friend, I was like, you know what? By the time maybe we want to practice, there'll be robots for lawyers. She didn't believe me. Yesterday, I'm scrolling in my Instagram. I see the first robot lawyer in South Africa. I am freaking out. I even took a screenshot. I'm like, I want to send my friend to tell her I told you so. So
But you
we
that it would be a success with load shedding and everything else. I mean,
oh,
imagine what
I don't know, maybe
jamming.
they're gonna use solar or batteries or whatever. I don't know. But my point is, the legal industry is evolving. So what's happening back then, it used to be a contentious type of situation where we don't talk, we don't sit down with the opponent, we just go to court. Larry, let's go and argue. Let's go and get whatever we want. But now there's a new policy now that before you even start fighting, there must be mediation, there must be discussion, there must be arbitration. Then you can, when you decide that it's not working, then you can then approach court and say, court, take over. So it's a new situation going on. But by next year, it will be enforced. There's a bill passed where they want to make it law that for every matter that goes to court, there must be ADR before it even goes to your arguments. Yeah, so it's quite interesting.
Yeah, I think it is. So I think exploring maybe as a law student who's about to graduate, ADR would also be an option, but then how do
Yeah.
you go about in the alternative dispute resolution?
Yes, there's actually a course for it. You do a course and then you get accredited. What I would encourage you as a student is do not be stuck in a box or in the matrix. There is so much you can do with your LLB. There is some, look around. The world is open. There is, infiltrate those industries that you thought are for whites only. You thought, do your taxation. Do you know this is critical skill. I'm so bad with math, I can't even shame. Ooh, they would struggle if I try to match up the numbers. But if you know that you're good with numbers, try your tax law. I have a friend there. I met him in 2019. I was a candidate attorney. He did tax law. He started his law firm 2 years back. Now it's booming. He's now sitting on boards. He's now a chairperson at the tax board. Why? Because it's a critical skill. Lawyers don't like numbers. He was like, I would like numbers, and it's paying off. So look into those niches, into, now with technology, there is AI law. Look into that. There is your drone laws. Look into that. It's something that our Black people don't wanna, they want to do the normal, fit in a box. Do your research. There's so much potential out there. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that great advice. I'll actually do my research.
You,
And then when
yeah, you see, Anele is in good hands. Anele, she's in very good hands.
she
Yeah,
is, and then with
yeah.
regard to influence and impact, How do you believe your work as an attorney and mediator has impacted your community and the legal field in South Africa?
How it has impacted. Okay. First of all, I mentor others in this field. I mentor, I guide, I share my knowledge. I I think I've done a good job, not to blow my whistle, but I am bringing up young females, young professionals who think in the same wavelength as I think. I think we are what the legal profession has been waiting for. How I've impacted, I've shared knowledge with others. I share knowledge with others, and I'm there to advise, I'm there to guide. I've guided people to open their own firms. I've guided them on what they need to expect, what they must do. So I think in that way, I've quite impacted the legal profession. When it comes to the community, I volunteer, I do some pro bono work. I'm passionate about women and children. I told you, once I'm very rich with a lot of money, I'll be just doing pro bono, and the others will be making money for the firm. But that's my calling. I love to assist children, I love to assist women, in particular widows. I'll give you a scenario. Most African women are getting married customarily. You find that they get paid their lobola, fine, but they don't register the marriage at the Home Affairs. Then the husband dies. There is property that needs to be dissolved. Then there is your uncles, your brothers that are now arguing. Yeah, wara. It's our brothers. Now, for you to get authority as an executor when you are the wife, you need a court order from court that declares you as the wife to the deceased. So I usually help them get that process going, help them to get those court orders. So it's my passion. I love to see people smile. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your law firm also deals with family law.
It's quite a range.
Oh, okay.
You should go visit our website. Just check the fields that we do. It's quite a number of fields. So what do I do? I work with a lot of big legal minds in this industry.
It's
Yeah.
quite easy.
Where were we?
We were talking about all the fields that you do in your law firm,
Oh,
especially
yeah,
with
yeah. Yeah. My website is www.youlanderjeleattorneys.co.za. That's where you will see all the fields that we do. So I work with other legal minds in the industry. I'm not a guru in all things. I don't know everything. We all don't know everything. So whenever we have some matters that I'm not in the field, I just pass it on to my colleagues. Yeah. Yeah.
And then, can you share any experiences or advice about the importance of mentorship in the legal profession, particularly for young Black women who are aspiring to enter into the field?
Mm, you know what? I cannot emphasize that enough. That's you see, for me to be where I am, I had others in front of me who had gone the road, who knew the road, who told me how to go. We don't know everything. And in Ndebele, my language, I also speak Zulu because it's close. They say indlela ibuzwa wabaphambili. You ask the road from those that are ahead. So it's critical, it's important, it's like your lifeblood. You must get people who coach you. When you're studying your law firm, you can't just be a lawyer only. Don't be a lawyer only. If you're just a lawyer, you're just a legal mind, you can't make money in this profession. So you need also your business mentors that gonna mentor you business wise, so that you're able to mingle your law with your business so that you combine it together to make it a successful law firm. Yeah.
Um,
Am I answering you nicely? You really are enjoying it, eh? Yeah.
How do you balance your responsibilities as an attorney, a director, and a mediator? And what strategies do you use to manage your time and workload effectively?
Yes, look at it like a three-tier cake. It's a three-tier cake. You must finish it in pieces. So what do? You divide your tasks. You divide them according to their importance. Do the important things first. Then you need to I always have a diary. Shame, this is proof. Always, I always write, I always write down. I'm so traditional like that. Because with your phone, there's a lot of things going on. You get distracted. So I write down my to-do list today, what's important, or my to-do list tomorrow, so that I don't forget. Then I go through them meticulously, ticking to say I've done this, I'm done with this, I'm done with this. That's how I manage everything. Yeah.
So you always have your diary on.
My best friend. My best friend. Yeah. And I tick, 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 tick. Traditionally, tick, tick. Yeah.
Okay, so with regards to the future of the legal profession, what changes do you hope to see in the legal profession in South Africa, especially regarding diversity and inclusion?
I could go on the whole entire day about that. I could, shame. We need to be given a voice. We need somebody to do something to open up this field for women. We need someone. In the government, we literally do not have anyone, shame. It's I don't know, with the coalition maybe we'll have someone, but as it stands right now, oh, shame, we are bad that there is no voice for women in this field. You know, I wish there was sort of like a committee that's set up specifically to see what women are going through, to hear women talk, to hear what are their concerns and address these concerns. In Parliament, let there be a Smonyana commit, because we are the backbone of the country. Law is the backbone of the country. Take out law, it's a lawless country. You can't govern it. So I wish there was someone who would take this law industry seriously and be like, okay, we know that women are being less represented. We want to hear you out. We want to address it. We want you. Yes, that.
Yeah, especially when it comes to women and children, I feel we are less voiceless, if that's how I would put it. Like, we need actually people who are going to take up space and who will be there for women, even if it's not just women only. We can also have men who stand up for women.
For women,
Also,
exactly. Exactly. What I need is a committee that addresses this. I think the Legal Practice Council tries, but I think they are not doing enough. It's not enough. They're not giving us a platform to hear us. If they give me that platform, now I will spend the whole day telling them what I've experienced, Shane. Yeah. But being a female black law firm founder is not an easy journey. You must be strong. Forewarned is forearmed, Dine. Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I, I think by the time I open it, I'll be ready.
No, you'll be very good at it if you stick around people like me. you'll be fine. You will
Yeah,
definitely be fine.
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Mm.
So, what advice would you give to a young Black woman who's considering a career in law, and what qualities or skills do you believe are essential to be successful in this field?
Okay, so I'm just posting on LinkedIn. This is what you, I put that question as my post today. So I've posted now. So I'll tell you what I've posted. I said,
Okay.
Dear Black women, shame.
Mhm.
You are what they've been waiting for. You are definitely what they've been waiting for. Do not be scared to take up space. Take up space as much as you can. Do not shrink yourself. Do not try and be something you're not. Take up space in the industry. You will face these challenges, like I've told you before. You will face it, but head on it. What are the qualities that you need? You need resilience. You need resilience to say, no matter how many times I've fallen, I'm gonna still stand up, I'm gonna still rise up, I'm not gonna joke about it. This is what I want. You must have the quality to know what you want and to get to go for it. One other quality that you need, if you read the Bible in Proverbs 3, it speaks about wisdom. You need to have wisdom, not just your knowledge. Knowledge is what you read in your books at LLB, and wisdom is how to handle situation, how to handle human beings. Practical world is a different things. Human beings are a whole course on their own. It's a whole PhD or diploma or masters called human beings. So you need those qualities to be able to speak with people, to be able to handle problematic people. You need that. Yeah.
Oh, it needs you to be not a weak.
You say you
You must know
say
your story.
yeah,
It
you
doesn't.
must know your story. Yeah, you must. Yeah. And people know when you are when you are they know when you are just trying to be what you're not, they can tell. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any particular cases or professional experiences that stand out in your career? And how do you shape your approach to law and maybe mediation?
Okay. Particular cases. I've dealt with a lot of cases. I can't say one in particular, but I've dealt with cases where you find that because of mostly our Black people, they are being what can I say? Because they don't know their rights, they are getting into things that they don't know. They can read the contracts, they read the terms, but they really don't know what they're getting into. They just sign. Then you find that someone is losing their house or is losing the business because they really didn't know the implications of that. So those are some of the cases that I've made that I wish that when you start as a business person, you must look into these things. Do your research, come to an attorney, ask for advice, guidance. Do I sign this thing or I'm hanging myself, self hanging myself? Yeah. So, what's the other leg of the question?
It's that are there any? Okay, no, sorry. How did these cases shape your approach to law and mediation?
Okay, so some cases you find that you don't need to fight them. It's basically sitting down people and saying you were wrong. They agree that they were wrong. Then you say, let's settle out of court. Let's discuss what are the implications. What are you putting on the table? Then there is a settlement agreement. Then you find people agree. Then they say, okay, I'm worth 400,000. Then this guy says, okay, I have 350 on the table. We discuss, can you take it? This one says, yes, I can take it. Then end of story. Then they agree. Yeah.
So you mentioned in your previous statement that people, especially when it comes to contract law, they should be willing to go into attorney's offices and have them read through their documents before they actually sign. What about people who actually, because I know you get charged a fee for this, right? What about people who cannot afford these services? Does an organization like Pro Bono offer services where you can go into their offices with a contract and then give it to them for them to read through it and then tell you without.
Unfortunately, there are no fields like that with proper. I've been a volunteer at pro bono while I was still doing my university, but they don't have that. But what I would advise is, you know, that you're gonna get into something, as it's a business or whatever, always save up to that, or always talk to, you know what, a lawyer, a business lawyer, for example. Me, I always say, it's, you're like a general practitioner, a doctor. You know, when you have a headache that keeps going on, you need to go ask what's going on. So just like if you're gonna start a business, you must know that you're gonna meet these challenges for contracts and stuff. So you must have a budget for it, to say, because it's gonna cost you more once you get in it, and you didn't read or understand the terms, then they get back to you, now you're losing millions. Rather save up for a budget, to say, whenever I'm making a deal or I'm signing a contract, I have a budget for my attorney to go through it. And once you are a regular client with your attorney, you always can make arrangements, yeah, that's how business works.
How do you, okay, this is regarding personal growth and professional growth. How do you continue to grow both personally and professionally in your career? And are there any specific practices or resources that you find particularly beneficial?
Particularly beneficial, your corporate law, your contracts are very beneficial. Hey, I love doing that. And it's not your, unlike criminal law, you always know what to expect. If it's a bail, it's a bail. If it's a fraud, it's a fraud. With your corporate law, it's different scenarios that will blow your mind. You're just like, ah, it happens. Wow, I never thought that. It's constantly challenging you. So I always meet things that I'm like, wow, this is new. How did we get here, so it helps me to grow. I do my research, and I find loopholes, or I find interesting things that make me grow professionally. And professionally, how I grow, I surround myself with a lot of people in the industry. You need to network a lot. Colleagues in your industry, they have more qualities or different qualities than you have. When you meet, you learn from them. That's how I grow professionally. Then personally, how I am growing, I have a support system. Tell you what, my husband is like my manager. Like, he is constantly like, no, that's not correct. You can't do it this way. He even manages my diary. He's like, did you call that guy? Did you? So personally, I have my kids around, my husband around, my mom, my sisters, it's a support system, my cousin. So yeah, yeah. You need
SABWiL,
it.
nice life problems.
You said?
SABWiL, nice life problems.
Yeah, those are nice lies for it. Like, sometimes I'm literally researching, and my son is on my lap saying, "Mommy, mommy, mommy." Yeah. Yeah.
I know it. I am not from
Yeah, you will see. You will see when you get into it. You will see. You will experience some of those things. Yeah.
And how do you maintain a work-life balance in such a demanding situation? And what activities or practices help you unwind and stay motivated?
Okay, what I like doing in my free time. I used to like the gym, but it's cold. I don't want to go there anymore. No. I'm not going. I'm not go. I like tennis. I'm short, so the running. Sometimes the ball just passes me. I can't even see it, but just the running, that's what I love. I love enjoying with my family. I love spending time with my family. That's my way of detoxing. Oh, and Korean movies, by the way. Yeah, when I
What
have time
movies?
to Korean movies, your Korean series on Netflix.
Oh, I am not, I don't, I wouldn't know. I don't watch Netflix. I don't watch TV. I don't watch anything.
I do
I
watch
don't.
Ocean. I unwind with those sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then the last one would be what legacy do you hope to leave behind in the legal field? And what is your long-term vision for your practice and your role in the legal community?
Okay, my long-term vision, hey, I have it written down. I believe in the power of manifestation. What you believe in, what you write down, you manifest it. Already the law firm has started to live its vision. We are, like I told you, we are part of an international law firm. So my vision is to see this law firm growing internationally, having employees internationally, not only your Africa, but your worldwide. That's my long term vision. I also want it to be a safe haven for kids and women who do not have a voice. That one, I still am insisting on that one. So my vision is to have this huge law firm that also has a department specifically for pro bono. Yeah.
Oh,
When God blesses me with a lot of money, that's my vision. And what legacy will I leave on earth? It's that's the legacy, the pro bono, the helping of the poor, the helping of the voiceless. That's my vision. Yeah.
I am inspired personally because I think that is
Thank you.
also my religion. It's something
Yes.
that I would like to see happening pro
Yes.
bono and be able to go to these
That's
communities.
that's what we call that's That's what we call your purpose, not your job, your purpose on earth. What's your purpose? If you can make money and also through your making money help others, then that's a purpose.
I think I needed to hear that. And there's also this quote that I heard a female friend of mine
Mhm.
say. It's from your the name is actually tough to pronounce. Luvi
Okay.
Ajayi. And it says, in a world that wants women to whisper, I choose to yell. So ever
Yes,
since I said that for me, it's always been in my
yes,
head, like the world that wants women to be quiet, to whisper, to be silent, to not in, we as women should actually choose to speak up. We should choose to yell. We should choose
yes,
to voice
yes.
out our opinions without offending other people.
Yes, yes. Do not be scared to speak out. speak out as much as you can. Speak out. Use whatever platform that you can, whatever, like me, this platform that you gave me, I speak out. I speak out and I speak out. Wherever they're gonna give me room to speak out, I will speak it out. I will send my voice far as I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I think that's all.
We have come to the end of our podcast, and I hope that everyone had a great time. I hope this was very informative, and I hope that we all learned something from this podcast. Thank you to our guest, Youlander, one more time. We had a wonderful time, and thank you for making time to talk to us.